With the introduction of Sunsu Prime into Rise of Kingdoms, I have been getting a lot of comments saying, okay, should I start playing Rise of Kingdoms again? Should I come back to the game? And today, that is what we're going to be talking about. If you guys are new here, this is Gainz Gaming. I'm a sponsored content creator with Rise of Kingdoms, and we do have Sunsu Prime in Rise of Kingdoms. It is pretty crazy. We've been asking for this for so long, ever since they started releasing Prime Commanders. We're like, okay, Sunsu has to come in as a Prime Commander because he is such a legendary, no pun intended, but legendary commander. Now, I did already cover a video on Sunsu's kit, and breaking news, he is going to be meta. He is going to be absolutely insane in Rise of Kingdoms in 2026. So if you are in Season of Conquest, you are most likely going to be expertise in Sunsu Prime because he is going to be one of the best infantry commanders and one of the best commanders in the game in 2026. But again, topic of the video, should you start playing Rise of Kingdoms again? And if you do, should you restart a brand new account or should you start playing your old account again? And today I'm going to help you figure out whether or not that's a good idea to start playing your old account or if you should just do a brand new account in a brand new kingdom. Now, the thing you have to keep in mind is that when you leave the game, I believe for more than 30 days, when you come back, you're going to get an event on the top right over here. And that is going to allow you to get commander heads, it's going to allow you to get gems, resources, it's going to get speed ups, everything you need. Let me actually see if I have an old account that this might actually pop up on. Okay, so this is an old account. I don't even remember making this one, but let's see. So we got Welcome Home Governor. You can see 500,000 power, not a whole lot. So the cool thing here that they actually implemented is that when you've been gone for a long time, they actually do a couple of things for you, like just automatically. So let's just see what I'll upgrade because it'll do automatic updates or upgrades for free while you aren't playing. That way you're not starting back where you left off, but you're actually starting a little bit further off. Now it's obviously not the same as if you were playing consistently, but let's see. So it is actually going to be upgrading stuff in our builder hut. So welcome back, did some upgrades. So you can see all these got upgraded while I was gone. Now, yes, it's not like all the way up to 25, like you're not gonna log off and get everything to 25, but you can see like these are all like level farm up to level 12, a couple of upgrades that they just did for you without having to spend any resources or speed ups. Like City Hall got upgraded, Academy got upgraded, some of these more expensive ones, the wall, like some of these are expensive upgrades. So it is cool that they did implement this. So that way, if you do come back to an old account, you aren't starting off where you left off, but you're actually starting a little bit further. So then I believe they do some Academy stuff. Let's see. So it is zooming in on the Academy. So let's check that out. See what they did here. So they did upgrade some of my stuff here as well. Military stuff and also economic stuff. So that's pretty cool. But again, obviously, it's not the same as if you were continuing to play, but you can see it just gained 125,000 power. Now let's see troops, because I do also train troops for you. So let's see. Not a whole lot. That's basically like 1 day's worth or like one troop train worth at this level. So we get some troops back as well. So total 134,000 power that we gained just from logging back in. Now, obviously, like if I was at 2 million power, that might actually be an additional 500,000 power, right? I think it scales with where your account currently is or where it was when you left off. But let's go here. So welcome back. We have a couple of different things you can do here. So you can either stick with your old account or you can create a new journey. So if you head to a new kingdom, you will automatically obtain these rewards. If you choose to stay on this account, then you can do these events. So we have this one. This, I have actually never seen this before. So stage 5 unit trainer. This is for City Halls level 3 through 12. And it looks like you can get a couple pretty nice rewards here. Jeez, that's actually pretty cool. So increasing your troop power, using 1 minute of speed ups on your troop training, and then earn 1 gem from buying bundles. So it is incentivizing you to spend money here, but you can see that when you do these quests, you're actually going to be getting a lot of stuff. So let's take a look here. It's this one. No, one right next to it. This guy right here. And then we also have get up to 9 legendary commander sculptures. So these are the returnee shop. So event rules, this event is an exclusive shop for returning players. The max level of your returnee shop will be determined based on your VIP level and the number of consecutive days you've not logged in. The max level will be at the most 30 and at least 5. So you can spend these rupees to purchase items from the shop, and you can unlock new levels of the returnee shop by spending through the returnee rupees. So the more you spend, the more levels you're going to unlock. So you're going to be getting these rupees sent to you by mail. And the way you get these are from collecting resources in your city, gathering resources from the map, defeating barbarians, and purchasing items from the courier station, and training units. So basically all the basic things you're going to be doing. Let's just collect some resources here and see how many rupees we got from that. So you can see we got 4 rupees. So now we can go to this event, this one right here, and you can see we have 4 rupees. So one legendary commander is 10. And then let's see, all the way up to the last level, you can buy 5 here. So like I said, you can buy 4, but you can see in the top, spend 10 more returnee rupees to unlock the next level. So this is a nice thing if you are going to keep that old account. So if you want resources, if you want speed ups, you can use those rupees, defeating barbarians, collecting resources, all the basic things you're going to be doing every day anyway. Then as you spend more, you're going to unlock more of these levels. So you can see it does scale with the levels. So it looks like 60 is what you need to unlock that last level of the shop. We also have returnee wheel. This is really cool too. So you can select your commander list. Wow. That's cool. So you can change your reward commander anytime before the event ends. I've never seen this before either. So it is actually telling you what the top commanders are that people are choosing, which is really cool. I don't know why anyone would be choosing Charlemagne. That is an absolute no. Philip, yes, but Charlemagne, absolutely not. You can also do Siege. You can do basically any of these commanders. So let's just do the best commander in the game, QSH, no brainer. So basically just getting a Wheel of Fortune automatically. Oh my gosh, if we would have got an 8 spot on this account, you can also do a 50% off. This is basically just getting a Wheel of Fortune, even though Wheel of Fortune isn't happening for anybody else. That is really cool. And then targeted immigration. You can also migrate this account to a new kingdom. So the thing that you have to consider here is that like this account is in Season of Conquest, but since it is so low in power, it actually is letting me migrate back to Season 1, which is pretty cool. Like, I mean, I don't love the idea of migrating back to Season 1, but in this case, with this account being 600,000 power, like you can do that in a day. It's not like it's super far along into the game. It's not like it's a T5 account or T4 account. This is barely even starting the game. So you're able to migrate to these Season 1 kingdoms. And that is the biggest thing I would tell people is if you're like under 50 million power, to be honest, if you're under 50 mil, you should not be trying to fight in Season of Conquest. You should migrate back if it is letting you migrate back. If it's letting you migrate back to Season 2, take advantage of it because you're going to be far better off migrating back to Season 2 and building your account rather than getting zeroed every single time you leave your city because you're just not nearly as strong as other people in Season of Conquest. Like that's just the reality of the game. If you aren't at the power level required to be competitive, it just isn't going to be fun. So that's why I would say if you have the opportunity to migrate backwards and you're like 22 million power and it's like, okay, I'm in Season of Conquest because that's where I left off or that's where my kingdom is now, it's in Season of Conquest, but I'm not nearly strong enough and it's not letting me migrate back to Season 2, it might be a good idea to start over. And that's why I'm making this video because I've had people ask me like in my DMs too, just asking like, hey, I'm at 27 million power, I'm in Season of Conquest, I can't fight because anytime I do, I just get destroyed. Like, what should I do? Should I create a new account? Should I try to migrate? Whatever. And I always tell them like, okay, you're 20 million power. Honestly, create a new account. You know what to do now. Like take the resources and the tips and the tricks and all the YouTube videos you can watch to build a great account and do everything right. And then the beauty is that account that you have that's 20 million power, boom, you have a farm account or you have an alt account or you have whatever you want to use that for, and you can use that to help your other account. It is such a great tool to use farm accounts because as you guys all know, I have multiple farm accounts. Like I have tons of farm accounts. And so the reason why I got these is because I started new accounts and I migrated to my main account. So it does make a huge difference if you are able to create multiple farm accounts. And if you start with one that's higher power, that actually is really nice too, because you're going to have a full bag. You're going to have a ton of stuff in your bag here that is going to allow you to send more resources to your main account. So that is the instance where I would say it's probably a good idea just to start over into a pre-KVK1 kingdom, continue playing your farm account and building up stuff in your bag, like hitting barbarian, spending down your AP, not necessarily like gathering. Like you don't really need to do a ton of gathering because you can't take those resources with you, but focusing on barb chaining, focusing on doing barbarian forts and spending down the resources that you have open in order to then get stuff into your bag that you can take over to your new kingdom when you are able to migrate it with your new main account. Now, let me show you like what one of my farm accounts has. This one I have running using barbarian forts in our main alliance. And just to kind of give you like a taste of what you can get by actually utilizing these accounts in terms of like what you can get in your bag, it is pretty crazy. So like I said, I've been doing barbarian forts. I've done like 50 in the last day on this account. It's pretty crazy just because, you know, I'm sending as many out as I can. But if we take a look at the bag, you can see I have just over 16,000 of these level 2 resource packs just from today. If we look at the overall resources from my items, I could send over 1.6 billion food, 1.9 billion wood, 1.4 billion stone, and 600,000 gold, or 600 million gold. And this is all just from our last KVK because I wiped out all these accounts completely. And it's just crazy. And then speed ups, like I have tons of speed ups on these accounts as well that I can use for different events or for healing or whatever. And so I'm able to use these farm accounts and that I've built up over time in order to support my main account. And I don't get these by accident. I get these by using the accounts. And so that is why I would say if you are an old player and you have an account that's maybe even 32 million power like this account, if this was my main account, I would not want to use this account in Season of Conquest. Like I can guarantee you I would get absolutely destroyed because my technology is not nearly good enough. Like I haven't really tried to get a whole bunch of technology on this account, but it is nowhere near good enough to be competitive in Season of Conquest. Granted, like I said, I'm not trying to get them competitive in Season of Conquest because I'm not fighting with them. But if this was my main account, I would be like, okay, I need to start over. I need to start a brand new account, really know what I'm doing and build a great account from the ground up. And then I can set myself up for success when I can migrate this account over into my new kingdom and support my main account. So I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions or need any advice, feel free to comment or send me a DM in game and I'm happy to help you guys out. If you did enjoy this video, do me a favor, drop a like and subscribe. If you have any other advice that you guys want to share with players that are in this situation, feel free to comment them down in the comment section as well, because I'm sure they will greatly appreciate it. But thank you guys for checking out this video again, and I'll see you guys next time.